The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. Evening errand. Activating my parental business partner's glossy new Barclays debit card, then utilising a minor fraction of the withdrawn cash proceeds to purchase her requested 5 or fewer items, which coincidentally left enough loose trouser change for a family day trip to Worthing Pier, excluding public transport fares, and provided all responsible gambling activities were restricted to the penny-operated amusements in its faithfully preserved arcade. 2 unconditional priorities on this crumpled post-it note were a certain county-branded strain of Britain's favourite leaf-based libation, and Morn Flakes ethically mangled oats, a quick-fix variety of the healthy high-fibre breakfast cereal, ironically popular amongst endurance athletes for its slow-release carbohydrates, and which, I garner from its consumer's refined palate, yields a rich, creamy texture when cooked with boiled water, that removes any need for the powdered milk used in Quakers' ready-mixed pots. Lunch waddle. A wholly unmonitored, though fully logged loiter back and forth along the predominantly pedestrianised portions of Shoreham's mainland and maritime communities that, according to this citizen's mortal perceptions, proved far more taxing for 10 ungloved fingertips under sub-zero temperatures than a pair of lead-lined legs attempting to ensure that at least half of 4,500 Apple-certified steps were either mid-soled or 4-footed strikes. As science's capricious laws make clear, 1 consumable calorie equates to 1.16 watts, sustained for 60 minutes. Thus, any counterfeit smart crocs that happen to feature integrated strain gauges would have theoretically measured that I averaged no fewer than 305 watts throughout 4 pensively paced kilometres, including a stationary pit stop at Ye Olde Village Library. However, this gross overestimate does not account for the variable efficiency with which our contrasting metabolisms are able to convert those 3 magic ingested macronutrients to burnable energy sources. Thus, were my calibrated instincts to equate this activity with one on 2 pedal-propelled wheels, I'd be generous in suggesting that any converted effort would have powered much more than a standard oven bulb. And then, once the sleet had settled within 1,000 hairline cracks across Shoreham Village's shifting bitumen, and hardened to form veins of black ice that would soon swell and fracture their crumbling walls, long before Southern Water's reinforced steel arteries had the chance to spring a catastrophic leak, or St. Nicholas could thaw out his frost-bitten fingers beside a fuel-efficient wood-burning stove, I crawled aboard my compliant steed and cast off down Harbour Way, with the pernicious north wind nibbling holes through my well-padded sails. Reached Shell Springs Rotary following an unstructured preamble, comprised mainly of zero-impact star strides, carried out at a cross-country cadence, before sailing across the river's glassy expanse, upon which street lamps gazed with glowing pride at rippled replicas of their own radiant visages. Green sweep from ground control as far as the slumbering Red Lion Tavern, then a thermally regulated sequence of postural intervals, rising from the saddle to stoke core temperature and pump blood to tingling extremities, then returning to my vulcanized rubber seat before it became uncomfortably cold. Chain gang of chatty joggers glimpsed, making brisk headway east along Upper Shoreham Road's hard shoulder. True to British form, all but one of this intrepid troop were enduring autumn's frigid finale in T-shirts and shorts of the kind that PE teachers would insist you wore if you'd forgotten both your kit and a doctor's note. Looped back with a trademark detour up Tarragon Way and along its herbaceously christened neighbour, where a white Ford Transit van I'd spotted several rides ago, being subjected to prolonged attacks by its owner's synergy of heavy-duty power tools, was still missing its left front wheel.